Good morning. Welcome to Apprentice of Silence and your daily morning energy update reading. Um, Hope you had a good night. Hope you slept well. Now, I'm gonna set some intentions. I'm gonna do this powerful ass bubble protection sphere around you. Yeah. Welcome to Tune In. I do this every morning, daily reading video. Like, I do it every video. Okay, let's do this. I have my coffee ready. I don't know if you're still in bed watching this or if you're up, if you're drinking coffee, if you're drinking tea, if you don't drink anything in the morning. I love my coffee, and I love my coffee a specific way. And just like recently, I think 2 days ago, I had this old package of coffee in the fridge that I got from a friend, because she has the machine thing and she can't use espresso, like already pre-made beans into powder ground coffee. She can't use ground coffee in her machine, or she doesn't want to. Anyway, I got the old coffee from her, and I've been drinking that for like a week, less than a week, but like a week. And I was sitting there 2 days ago, and I was like, this coffee is shit. And in my mind, I have the Pulp Fiction scene with Quentin being like, you know, you know the scene? I'm like, of course this coffee is shit. I didn't buy it. I buy the good kind. Uh, and uh, and I actually did have a package of good coffee that I like in the fridge because that's where I keep my coffee. And I was like, why do I do this? Why do I keep living like this? And I went to the kitchen, poured out the not so good coffee, and brewed some new. And I decided that there was no reason for me to keep drinking the coffee that I don't like just because I'm a coffee drinker and that's something I've identified with, right? Or just because I like coffee. No, I don't just like coffee. I make it into a religious practice. I'm devout to the coffee, but to my coffee, just my coffee, just the way I do it. I'm open to any other kinds of coffee, but like, I'd love to try it, and I won't turn down a cup unless I've had it before and know that it's not for me. Then I go for tea. But I think passion has to be a great part of it. There is this Italian dude in town. He owns his little store and he set up a DeLonghi machine, the Brad Pitt one. Uh, and his coffee is great. Like I have zero complaints about the coffee. But he's passionate about it. Like, he matched the vibe, As soon as I saw the coffee, I was like, how good is this coffee? Because he was selling it too, and it was like, do you want to have one? I was like, yeah, yeah, I do. Let's make it an espresso. Sorry, Italians. um, and no, the coffee was great, and there was passion in the art of making it, and I vibed with that. Now the question is, why would I ever choose any experience into life that I keep focusing on and that I keep repeating and I keep creating for myself that doesn't give me that? It's like some mental idea, even when I have the opportunity to do it otherwise. So question yourself that today, and think about it. Food for thought, like Kane says, right? Oh, I love Kane. Oh. I vibe with his music too. Sorry. And I've just assumed that all of you guys know who the Mr. Fruit for Thought guy is. If not, go check him out. Yesterday when I ended the readings, I was doing like a lot of readings, and it was a lot the theme of like letting go of things, and well, you know, the usual. I can't remember the readings now, but I remember that I ended on the death card on the bottom of the deck when I was done with everything, all clearing and stuff. I just heard rediscovering yourself, which is a weird thing. Rediscover. It's not a rebuilding. It's not a getting back to who you were. I heard who you thought you were. Rediscovering yourself. It's more this playful energy to it. I'm like, just a rediscovery. It's just play. Play. My Gen Z sister would be like, it's not play, Catherine. It's slay. But shut up. Spirit, any messages today? I heard putting in the work, but it's not. Give me a second. I need to get my story straight. I'm rereading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I'm getting some symbolic meanings here from the book, and also a reminder to take the book out today, Catherine, and read it. Thanks. I will, because I want to, not because you told me to. An offer was not declined anymore. Like, whatever spirit, God, universe, source, your subconscious self, whatever you label it, whatever opportunity was trying to be presented to you, whatever tool has been trying to be offered to you so that you are able to use it, is not declined anymore of you. You have put in the work to create an abundant lifestyle for you. That's what I see. Oh my God, my heart just got angsty. It was like, yeah, but I don't see the results. Let me clarify. What about the angst there? Something not coming in is justice. It's justice because you get to make a self-loving decision in the moment. Oh, this is triggering. Let go of your idea of wealth and abundance. And that will transform your life. Okay, let's start with, I'm gonna recap that. So you've put in the work to create an abundant lifestyle for yourself, and if you have seen the results of this, awesome. Hold on for a second, I'll address the ones who haven't seen the results of this yet. So for you guys who haven't seen the results of it yet, there is justice in the results not coming in. The justice is that when the results aren't coming in, you're forced, no, you have the opportunity to look at your fear, because the fear is what has essentially created that what you thought you want, your manifestations, which you do want, haven't come in. No judgment to the fear yet, hold on. The fear is the opportunity, because the fear is the feeling of, hold on, resistance. Like, use that feeling of fear for when you haven't received what it is you've put in the work to manifest. That fear shows you that you have an opportunity. I just drew a blank. That you have an opportunity to choose self-love in that moment. In that moment of fear, you can ask yourself, what is a more self-loving thought to think? And it will come to you, and I know this because I did it today, so it works. But try it, it's not hard, right? Just in the moment of fear, you're like, okay, what's a little bit more self-loving thought to think right now? In the deck, the message was also to let go of your idea of abundance and wealth. See, and then it triggered an emotion in me, it triggered a fear in me, and so I ask right now, what's a little bit more self-loving thing to think instead? And then I can communicate with the fear of being like, what you're afraid of is that then it's not going to come in, right? Then if I let go of the idea of wealth and abundance, then I'm not going to get wealth and abundance. And I can talk to my fear about that. The obsession about holding on to it makes it so that it's impossible for it to come in. So it's not even about receiving wealth or abundance, because you know on some level, you know that it's a birthright. So it can't be taken away from you because you're already abundant and wealthy. Like, you are. And in that you are abundant and wealthy. So that can't be taken away from you. Even when you're dead, you'll still be abundant and wealthy because of the who you are. But even if my fear aspect doesn't feel that, a little bit more self-loving thought for me currently is that, hey, maybe I don't know shit about abundance and wealth. Maybe whatever I've made it mean, it's actually not. And maybe there is something magical, way more cooler for me to experience. Then, like, the letting go of the idea of abundance and wealth, that the way I was holding it 35 seconds ago, you know, it's not a scary, panicky thing. Because what if it's magical instead and I'm just stupid and I don't know? Well, that's a possibility. So, you know what I mean? If I hadn't asked my fear that, I wouldn't have come to this choice point that is more in alignment than where I just was a minute ago. Alignment. Zoom. Wings. Na 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 na. And Shantix. Na 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 na. God, if you're not a morning person today, I feel so bad for you. You shouldn't be here. Because I'm vibing. And by doing that, by embracing the fear in that way that I just made an example of, that's magical. That's transmuting fear into free will choice point. Powerful. Messages for today. Oh yeah, I was talking about reference point to the Alchemist. Because here I have something that you have planted and you're waiting for it to grow, and I see the pyramids in the background. If you haven't read The Alchemist, you know, um, you might want to. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It has everything I love. It has crystals. It has dreams. It has visions. It has stupid things. It has love, self love, but also just, when the one who reads it understands way more, and it like teaches the reader more about the reader's life than it does about the characters, because the character doesn't, it doesn't sip through, and then at some moments there are ideas of the author that are so blatantly put there, and you're like reading them and you're like, this isn't a channeled message, this is a author wishes to view the world this way message, and it's beautiful too, and with a pinch of like, maybe I'm just judgy. Anyways, there's so many emotions that go into the reading of the book, and it's just beautiful, and I like it. I do like the book. The best part about the book, it's like it's not so big, so it's the sizing of the book goes into every handbag that I use, and I can bring it with me and feel really smart when I'm sitting on the bus or on the train or the plane, and I'm not stupid. I can read holding the book upside down. I read with my mind. Why did you bring a book then? Just read. I'm sorry if you hate me. Don't hate me. You don't hate me. It's chill. Bad idea to comment that I should stop coffeeing. Most likely it won't happen today. So. Wings. Na, 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 na. So yeah, you've planted the idea that you want to grow. Lessen your... They're telling me lessen your expectations. And with the last card that I was mentioning, the thing that whatever has been trying to be offered to you, like a tool that has been trying to be offered to you, and you have rejected it because you didn't really understand the tool until now, and now you've received it. Whatever offer, tool, opportunity, person, whatever, something that has been trying to be offered to you that you previously rejected, you are now receiving. And so mix lesser the importance of it plus detachment, and somewhere in the middle is the message of what they're trying to convey, that is of the most benefit for you to embody right now. But it's also the sense of like peace and calmness, and it just flows like a, what's it called, a stream of water. That's the vision I got. It just kind of flows. Maybe I'm being called to go for a walk. Okay, I'm going for a walk and I'm reading the book. Promise. But just because I want to, not because I'm told to. I have the window open to my balcony, and now I'm getting anxious that like someone hears me and understands what I'm saying and thinks I'm a weirdo. And I mean, it's not that they're totally false. It's just that I'm totally, not true about their accusations. It's just that I'd rather wish to not get accused. Stop listening to other people's readings, neighbor. In a paradoxical way, the wish that you've made regarding receiving belonging and having the belonging that you really yearned for. Freudic slip, earn. You don't have to earn belonging. You already do belong, but it's a mental pattern that you're in. So it's about the feeling of belonging that you've been yearning for. Paradoxically, paradox, comes to you because you've made the choice to chop something off, but in faith. Like, you trusted it and then you let it go. You trusted it, so you made the choice to chop it off and to walk away. And that made the wish come true. So perhaps the scenario that looks even more like abandonment, even more like isolation to you currently, like there is a choice that you can make, or an idea that you've been thinking of that potentially on the surface looks like, this looks like I'm going to be even more alone. There is something in that whole choice, something that you mentally can't yet grasp, or might never be able to grasp mentally, honestly. But there is in that faith choice point something that brings about what you've truly wished for, yearned for. So, confirmation. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Any last messages for today? King of Pentacles, Hierophant in reverse, Devil, and Balance. Are you trying to balance like the good and bad? Good and evil? There is a question you're able to ask today. How does material abundance make me good? And I was asking just now, because I was thinking, okay, but some of you who are watching have like a lot of financial abundance, money in the bank, or in investments. So I was asking, like, but if you have this is why I was asking, because I have this assumption that if you're in the lack mentality, you're not a match to wealth abundance. So one of the tools you might use in those scenarios is to ask yourself how money and financial wealth makes you a good person, because so much of our ego tries to push away whatever it deems as make us a bad person. So if we're holding the belief that money will make us bad, we're trying to resist it because we want to stay innocent and pure and good. That's how we receive love, in our belief that we might hold. So asking the mind to look for proof how money makes us a good person helps ease the tension and helps put it into question, the belief we have, and might give us the opportunity to actually see the belief, and then we can choose consciously, do we want to keep enabling it with our focus, or do we choose to change the belief. So I was asking, like, okay, but what if someone already has a lot of material abundance? Why would they question if money makes them good if they already have a good relationship with money? And here's what they told me. Some of you are using money like a punishment. It's like you're holding yourself to the idea that you're bad and that bad people have money, so you have a lot of money. like a lot of money, almost to the point where you're like you feel tied down by them as if it's shackles, because they're just fueling your mental concept of you being a bad person, and no matter what you do, you just keep accumulating wealth. I'm sorry. It's like it must be really hard. I'm not gonna say fitting in, but it must be really hard. I just said it. It must be really hard looking for someone who can explain things to you when everyone has glorified making money, and everyone is like, well, you have money, so why, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Like, I even did that, well, an aspect of me tried taking it that way, but haha. I'm amazing. I'm really good at what I do. Yes, you are really good at what you do. So you most definitely too can ask yourself, how does this money make me a good person? It's gonna spin you down a rabbit hole, and it's gonna crash you, and it's going to be painful. Wow, I really make you want to do it, huh? If you don't resonate with this, the one watching, I think the messages are done for you. I loved you. Thank you. I'm gonna clarify for this specific matter. If you wanna, dig around and find out more, stay around. I love you. Stick around. Any more clarifying about this spirit? Why would they even want to go down the rabbit hole? Because you're not wounded no more. And you don't have to put on the armor of being it. Again, they're talking about birthright and the end of conflict and the end of like feeling like you have lost out on life. It will put you in a position where you are more clear about your place in the world. And the omens will start clicking in like a butterfly flying by. Mental clarity about your place in the world is what you will get out of it. Thank you for everyone being here today. Thank you for everyone watching. I love you a lot. If you need me, I'm here. Link to my webpage down below and everything you need. I still have issues being like, oh, okay, you want to book a reading with me? You want to book a session? You want to pay me? If you want to pay me, the link is down below, okay? How does money make me a good person? I mean, I'm not a bad person. Am I a bad person? Bad people have money too. It doesn't really matter. Does it matter? I don't know. There is value in what I do, for sure. If people want to show their appreciation for the value that I do, they can pay me. If you want to, like unanimously, I will receive your gift as a token of that you value what I do. So if you like that, if you want to give me that, and there are people who like giving me that, so yeah, the link is down below. Have a good day.
See you tomorrow.